Chai! Now wow, people wey suppose talk through to power don't off mic. And if we talk, now 500,000 they go summer us, call them hate speech. But fear not, Maiyegun don't come. Ingo torchlight every corner, nooks and cranny of all these bad people where they spoil our country. So my people make we laugh, oh, yo yo. Maiyegun don't come, oh, yo yo. My people make we shout, oh, yo yo. Maiyegun don't come, oh, yo yo. Maiyegun don't come, man of the masses, oh, yo yo. Maiyegun don't come, oh, yo yo. Maiyegun diary Politico, oh, yo yo. Maiyegun don't come, oh, yo yo. This one not the off in mind, oh, yo yo. Maiyegun don't come, oh, yo yo. Can in the touchlight every corner, oh, yo yo. Maiyegun don't come, oh, yo yo. Okay, some people be they holla say they want the power. Chai, them be promise us say we go get light and power. Nah. Them hustle sote they can't get the power. But now they know they do anything with the power. Sure. Every day, dollar just they get the higher power over naira. See them talk say make we off mind. But thank God say Maiyegun don't come. So my people make you laugh, oh yo yo. Maiyegun don't come, oh yo yo. My people make we shout, oh yo yo. Maiyegun don't come, oh yo yo. Maiyegun don't come, man of the masses, oh yo yo. Maiyegun don't come, oh yo yo. Maiyegun diary Politico, oh yo yo. Maiyegun don't come, oh yo yo. This one not they off in mind, oh yo yo. Maiyegun don't come, oh yo yo. Person where they do evil, no one make person talk. Them say that Maiyegun, that man too they talk. He too they talk. Say Maiyegun diary, he they hot like pepper. But every day then they take money in bulk. Poor man picking, they the street they hawk. Still them talk say make we no talk. But thank God say Maiyegun don't come. So my people make you laugh, oh yo yo. Maiyegun don't come, oh yo yo. My people make you shout, oh yo yo. Maiyegun don't come, oh yo yo.
Command of the people. Hello there. Good evening, good morning, good afternoon to you from wherever you're watching from. This is Maiyegun live. And if you're joining me for the first time, you can do me the honor of subscribing onto the page just before we get deeper into the broadcast tonight. So before I go further, I want to acknowledge some messages I received after my broadcast, my videos and all of that, and the people, amazing people who have been following and indeed enjoying the regular updates on Maiyegun's diary. One of them, which I received this afternoon, came from Mrs. Adamo. I hope Mama is watching. She sent me this personal message, which I would love to share with you. It is amazing. Now, she wrote, I am an 80-year-old lady. I live in London. I have been systematically following you on your program. I congratulate the parents who produced you, and I say I am proud of you. Do not relent. I am joining my age groups who are praying for you and those like you. God will continue to lead you in all you do. And then she decided to support the fundraiser, the GoFundMe fundraiser for the Oyo State Igboho in Nigeria. Another one I also received, which is, let me put that up. That one is even more kind of, it is simply on this increasing insecurity in Yorubaland that has been happening for so long until now, that more searchlight is beamed on the activities of these criminals. So I have decided to find a material that we share with you for stand information, eyewitness accounts, the victims who have been living through this, how things changed from where it all started, the untold story of the people of Igangan that led to the eviction and the invitation of Sunday Igboho to Igangan, Kishi, Ibarapa, Okeogun, and all those areas when that happened. I have found a very prominent, personality from that region who can share the story with us. I'm sorry if you don't understand Yoruba. I'll do my best to interpret this after the broadcast. I want to share this with our Yoruba brothers and sisters, fathers, mothers, uncles, aunties, all over the world, for you to really know what led to this sudden pushback from the Yorubas of the Fulani Bandits. What changed? How did that happen? This is the story of the people of Igangan, and the credit to this video goes to the Nigerian Tribune. They recorded this interview, therefore the credit goes to them. But for educational purposes, we are sharing the video on this program tonight. And if you're a Yoruba person, and if you're a Yoruba yourself, sit back and watch this video.
Àwọn ìyàwó àgbẹ̀ kódà àwọn èèyàn wa tó jẹ́ àgbẹ̀ tí wọ́n bá wọn lẹ́nu wípé wọ́n ń ṣeṣu wọ́n á dá wọn dó ẹdú ẹgbàṣu o omi nìyẹn mú mi sí o tí wọ́n bá ń ṣe àgbàdo wọ́n á dá wọn dó ẹdú ẹgbàgbàdo wọ́n á dẹ̀ gbà wọ́n á jẹ àwọn náà àwọn ìjẹran ìgbẹ́ ẹran ehoro ẹsẹ̀ màálù wọn máa ń pa táwọn náà ń pa kíní ehoro àwọn ìjẹ wọn á fáwọn èèyàn wa wọn níta fún wọn so ọwọ́wọ́wọ́ kò sí jà. Eléyìí tí ó wá di wàhálà rẹpẹtẹ wọ́n ń pa ọ̀kan ní Bororo àwọn Bororo yẹn ló burúkú jù láyé àwa ní òrèrú wọn rí o àwọn gan láàrin ara wọn tí bá ti sọ bá ń jà ẹ̀rù ọba yìí tẹ̀gbọ́n tàbúrò sí bàbá kan náà tó bí wọn tí àbúrò bá fọwọ́ kan ìyàwó ẹ̀gbọ́n lásán báyìí yóò bẹ́ lórí ni o
láwọn Bororo yìí
àwọn ara wọn gẹ́gẹ́ táàrí tí wọ́n ń ṣiṣẹ́ nílùú yìí táwọn arábìnrin máa wò wọ́n pé èèyàn sì lọ́lọ́hún dẹ̀ yìí náà bẹ̀rẹ̀ tí rí ṣé bọ́lọ́hún ti dá yín lẹ rí rádaràda yìí èyí pípa tí wọ́n gbà wọ́n á bẹ̀rẹ̀ rádaràda yìí wọ́n á gungi lọ àwọn ọmọ kékeré wọn máa daran tí wọ́n bá débi àwọn olóko àkókò nílẹ̀ Yorùbá àlọ́nà míì tá a fi ń ṣòwò oko yìí náà ni wọ́n wá dá ẹran wọ ọnú ẹ̀gẹ́ wọ́n á dá wọ ọnú àgbàdo kò dá báyìí iṣẹ́ mọ̀ pé owó ni mo dá wàhálà ni mo sì ń ṣe ẹ̀sìn rí pé inú oko ọ̀hún náà mo tún wà yìí kí ni ṣe ìgbẹ́ ni àsìkò òjò ni mo tẹ́lẹ̀ yín fẹ́ jẹ ní oko mi kò dàbí ìtọ́lọ́hún ti fi pèsè yìí koríko ní tó gírin dáadáa yìí ẹ kó màálù yìí síbẹ̀ àgbẹ̀ tó rí bẹ́ẹ̀ kàgbákò tínú bá bí àgbẹ̀ tó fẹ́ na ọmọ kékeré yẹn láì mọ̀ pé bàbá rẹ̀ ti wà lórí òkè yóò sọ̀kalẹ̀ tó bá sọ̀kalẹ̀ báyìí kí ni wọ́n ń wí ló máa wí fún àgbẹ̀ yẹn ojú ẹ fọ́ orí pé oko òun lòun ti ń sọ̀rọ̀ ajé nìyí ṣé ọmọ pé bí òun ti ń sọ̀rọ̀ ajé òun nìyí inú ti bí nìyẹn o ohun tó máa yọ ni àdá wọ́n fi ń kọrùn báyìí ni wọ́n fàdá yẹn kọrùn ibi ìpapà pẹ̀lú ìbọn téèyàn lè rí lọ́wọ́ àwọn òṣìṣẹ́ ìjọba tí ń ṣe ètò ààbò AK-47 ń gbé rìn AK-47 ń gbé rìn tó bá fa àgbẹ̀ ẹni mọ́ra báyìí yọ bẹ̀rẹ̀ rí èyí tí wọn bá bẹ́ lórí tó bá sàsálà fẹ́mi ara ẹ̀ wọ́n á lè mú wọ́n bá lè mú wọ́n á da dùbúlẹ̀ wọ́n á sì dùbú ẹ̀ bí àgbò léyà. ṣẹ́dẹ̀ mọ̀ wípé àwọn ìyàwó àwa ní rural area ń bí àwọn náà ń dáko ọkọ á dáko tiẹ̀ ìyàwó á dáko tiẹ̀ ìyàwó á lọ sí location tiẹ̀ ọkọ á lọ sí location tiẹ̀ tó bá jẹ́ wípé ọkọ pẹ́ kó tó di pé wá oko díẹ̀ tíyàwó ṣáájú ẹ̀ tó bá jẹ́ pé àwọn tí ń darẹ̀ bọ̀ ni wọ́n jẹ́ mẹ́rin márùn-ún mẹ́fà àwọn mẹ́fẹ̀ẹ̀fà ni wọ́n bá sùn. àwọn tí wọ́n ṣe à ń bá sùn àgbàlagbà ni wọ́n níbi 70 níbi 75 omi ń kú sí wọn lọ́wọ́ nígbà tó bá yẹ pé wọ́n ń tó tọ́ọ̀nù. ẹjọ́ mélòó lè yẹn wà fi lóru ìgbésí ayé báyìí.
ìjọba àwárí nǹkan kan ṣe.
tí ó sì wọ́n sì ń gbọ́ ọmọ wa yìí akọ̀wé àgbẹ̀ ọmọ ni tọ́kẹ́ bá ti ṣẹlẹ̀ wọ́n á pè mí ọba wa tọ́kẹ́ bá ti ṣẹlẹ̀ wọ́n á pè mí ọba wa á sáré débẹ̀ tó bá sáré débẹ̀ tí wọ́n pé gbá tí wọ́n pa èyí tí wọ́n bá pa wọ́n pa á gbé Yorùbá ò gbọ́dọ̀ pa wọ́n o Yorùbá ò tó bẹ́ẹ̀ o tí Yorùbá wẹ̀ pa Fúlàní ẹyọ kan wọ́n fẹ́ sọ fún yín bí oko tí wọ́n pa wọ́n yẹn gbogbo àwọn settlement àdúgbò ẹgbẹ̀rún òkú wọ́n máa dágbèsí lọ ọdún ilé àwọn àfi ṣe àṣìjọmọ ńlẹ̀ níwá ìjọmọ ńlẹ̀ níwá báyìí nísìn àwọn ẹlòmíì wọ́n á sì máa kọjá lọ jẹ́jẹ́ ara wọ́n á dènà rẹ̀ fún tí wọ́n bá dènà fún wọn ò ní gbégi dínà o wọ́n á sá dènà fún gẹ́gẹ́ bí agbára tí wọ́n ń lò tí wọ́n rò pọ̀ lọ́n ló fún àwọn ní agbára yẹn tí wọ́n bá dènà fún bẹ́ẹ̀ yẹn wọ́n á gbé tí wọ́n bá gbé bẹ́ẹ̀ yẹn òdìgbò rámíramí gbó tọ́nà jì táwọn tí wọ́n ń gbé tí wọ́n ń gbowó tí wọ́n bá padà dé experience wọn inú yẹn á bàjẹ́ wípé àwọn fẹsẹ̀ rìn ni àwọn sì rin ìrìn yẹn fún almost a day ẹsẹ̀ wọn á wú ó ti kọjá à ń fi bàtà rìn wọ́n já bàtà nù ni tí wọ́n bá wà dọ́hùn tán wọ́n ní ó dè wọ́n mọ́gi wọ́n fi kẹ̀wé wọn lójú wọ́n máa wá nà wọ́n máa béèrè lọ́wọ́ rẹ̀ wípé kó mú fóònù ẹ̀ wá ta lè yàn tó kó pé ẹnìkan nulé káwọn bá sọ̀rọ̀ yóò á pé ẹnìkan nulé wọ́n máa negotiate níbi wọ́n ti kọ́ gbé wọ́n lè pa àwọn gba 50 million wọ́n máa yọ owó ẹ̀bọ̀ díẹ̀díẹ̀ ẹni Ọlọ́run bá ṣe lólórí wọ́n lè gbà tí ẹ̀ ń 10 million irú settlement wa tẹ̀ rí ibi tẹ̀ wáyé 10 million wọ́n pín kẹ́nìkan lọ́mú 10 million wa àwọn òbí àwọn èèyàn rẹ̀ kàgbákò wọ́n máa sáré kí gbogbo wọn bá ní wọ́n máa tà á ilé mélòó làwọn àtà tí fi pé 10 million kí làátà tí fi tó 10 million gbogbo àwọn nígbà tó dẹ̀ jẹ́ pé ìyá kan náà ló jọ bí gbogbo wa ń lù yìí ẹni ó ní 10,000 ẹni ó ní 5 ẹni ó ní 2 wọ́n máa dá a jọ ṣùgbọ́n síbẹ̀ náà kò ní í pé àwọn èèyàn wọn tó wà lẹ́kọ̀ọ́ àwọn èèyàn tó wà lábẹ́òkúta àwọn èèyàn wọn tó wà Ìbàdàn wọ́n tọ́wé fún wọn pé nǹkan dé o àwọn ilé iná tún kàgbákò àwọn ní wọ́n máa yáwó lọ́hùn torí kún wọ́n má pa mandate tí wọ́n bá fún wọn kò gbọ́dọ̀ exceed ọ̀tún lára fún yín o tẹ́ ẹ̀ bá owó yẹn wá lọ́tún la ẹ̀ má retí ẹ̀ mọ́ o wọ́n dẹ̀wé yẹn ni wọ́n ṣe kò sì sẹ́yìn tí wọ́n ṣe ju wípé wọ́n da àdúgbò lẹ́wọ̀n ó sì dúnbò ẹ̀ lọ ìṣòro tá a ní nìyẹn innocent people míì náà á dẹ̀ máa kọjá lọ jẹ́ẹ́jẹ́ ara ẹ̀ wọ́n kò mọ̀ bò láìrò tẹ́lẹ̀ ọ̀dàwé à wọ́n á kò mọ̀ bò wọ́n á pa tó ńgbà tá a wá ní àti gbélé ayé yìí ó tà náà tí wo eléyìí ò sì bá wa láyé rí tá a wá rí lè ní titun ọkàn ó bàjẹ́ àbọ̀kàn ò ní bàjẹ́ yóò máa dàrú làwọn èèyàn fi takú wípé nùkẹ́ máa rí àwọn ọmọ pátápátá tàbí kí wọ́n wà pẹ̀lú àwọn mú kan náà méjèèjì èmi ọmọ gbọ́n tí wọ́n lè fẹ́ dá nísìn tí wọ́n ní fẹ́ ní jẹ́ kó èmi ò mọ orú ọgbọ́n tí wọ́n fẹ́ dá nísìn tí ń gbé yẹn tí ń gba 10 million 11 million 12 million ní irú oko yìí tí wọ́n sì ń wá ń túláàsì èyí tó wá burú jù ní nǹkan bíi oṣù 2, 3, 4 sílẹ̀ yìí sásìkò yìí ilẹ̀ yìí ni wọ́n wà focus nígbàgbọ́ yìí ni ó wọ́n ń gbé yẹn everyday.
I believe everyone who listened to the full video there, and as a Yoruba person, you will be thinking about what you just listened to, okay? Let me try my best to give a summary, what do you call it, interpretation to what Baba said. He started his interview from the relationship between Yorubas and some of these Fulanis in some of the neighboring villages where they are in the forest. That whenever they are moving with their cows, they will see the villagers will share their food with them. Even those Fulanis themselves, because they don't eat the cow legs and some part of cows. So whenever they kill their cows, they send them and share them with the villagers. There was no problem. But from 2015, there are these new arrivals that people now identified as Bororo. And from that moment on, their areas, their location is now sort of, are called the Bororo camp, Bororo village. They were more violent, even among themselves. When they are fighting themselves, they fight to death. So these were strange things to the villagers themselves, no problem. But they now realize that the grown-up ones, the adults, they will allow the children to continue to herd cows to everywhere, okay? While the those adults will climb the trees and stay on the tree. And the young kids will be guiding the cows to people's farms. So if you now see the children and you're like, what is wrong with you children? Why are you grazing onto my farm? This is an open field where you can graze. There's no crop there. Why didn't you lead your cows there, right? If you try to stop them, right, they will charge at you. Then if you charge at them because you think they are kids, you see those adults who are looking for that trouble, they will jump down from the tree, right? And then they will ask you, what are you talking about? As if to say, it was a complete stupid question for you asking them not to graze on your farm. Is it because it's your farm? Do you get that now? So that is where the problem will start. So from that moment, if you now tell them if you insist that you have to leave or vacate your farm, right, they will attack you right there. For those who are holding cutlasses, yeah, they will machete you, cut you, and if you manage to escape from that, because they will try, and they are cutting off. I mean, they're macheting you. It's not like they want to machete you and arm you. No, they will want to cut off your head. So if they miss and you try to escape, they will try and catch up with you. And by the time they catch up with you, they will just have to slaughter you. That's what Baba said. So this were the crisis that they were facing, that they had nobody to speak to. Then the whole thing changed again to kidnapping. They will kidnap people. When they talk about people being kidnapped, they may kidnap you from Ondo. My brother, you will walk from Ondo to Oyo to this camp of these kidnappers. So what Baba said was that lately, the whole area, the whole forest around them is now kidnappers' den. That even the people know that sometimes, most of the time, they will see the victims, kidnapped victims, being released after their people have paid ransom. And they will come out and they will come into their village. They will see them coming out of those camps. And that was when they realized that, there is a trouble, there's a problem. Not just that. And when they kidnap people, right, they will force you to phone your family. And they may tell you that we give you just 3 days. If you don't bring money within 3 days, don't expect your relative anymore. So what they will do is that if you don't give them money in 3 days, if they give you 3 days, 10 million, 11 million, 12 million, yeah? So if you don't give them the money, they will slaughter the person there and just dump their body, go and kidnap go and kidnap other people. That the cow business of a thing to these guys is no longer cow business. In fact, the villagers can tell you that it's no longer cow business. That what are you going to do for those who are already collecting 10 million, 20 million from when they kidnap one person? What are you going to do if you tell them that, okay, let's find peace with them? What are you going to do to satisfy them now that they don't need to sell cow? How much is a cow? So that's why the people said they are no longer interested. They don't want them around them anymore. They don't. Okay? And when they were crying out, asking the government, the whole government in Oyo State ignored them. Ajimobi spent 4 years in second term. He witnessed all the killings, kidnappings of Yoruba people. All these villagers were suffering. Part of what Baba said was, because their main occupation, their main job is farming. So they are farmers. Husband will be farmer, wives will be farmers, and they are all having their own different portion of land that they are always, growing crops on, and they go there every day. Now, there are times that you know that you have to, if your wife goes to this farm and you are going to that farm, there are times that you know that you have to make sure that you have to see you have to join your wife on a farm, or else, your wife may become rape victims. Those who have become victims, they were old women. This is our grandma. So if grandpa failed to go and pick up grandma from farm, in time, Fulani herdsmen, even if they're up to 6, it doesn't matter how old that grandma is, 75, 80. Those are the victims that the man talked about. Imagine grandma of 75, 80 years being raped by 6 Fulani terrorists until she passed out. So he said there have been people who have been raped, women, aged women, raped on their farms by these Fulani terrorists, and nobody can touch them. But something happened. For some of you who are saying or reading about Sunday Igboho, I hope that sort of cover most of it, okay? Because those are the key points I picked from that, and they are valid points. Why are the people saying no to Fulani terrorists in Yorubaland? And the story is the same everywhere. So there was to some of you who are just reading about Sunday Igboho, after the government abandoned them, after the government ignored them, after many people told them, don't cause a tribal crisis, don't say that again. How are you sure they are Fulanis? How are you sure they raped the person? How are you sure that it's not the person that, all those questions that people are asking today? Those were the questions these people were being asked. So you know what happened? They just give up. That, well, maybe that is what the ancestors want them to suffer. But that is not what the ancestors want them to say. It is what the politicians want them to suffer. Seyi Makinde is lamenting, crying about, telling all of us that, we are all to be blamed for Nigeria problem. We are all to be blamed. Don't just blame the politicians, because the guy is romancing APC now. Don't be surprised if they announce that Seyi Makinde has decamped to APC. I can tell you firsthand, but I'm just saying, don't be surprised, okay? If any announcements come and say he's joined APC. He's now telling us that, talking about our problem, demanding the solution and fixing the problem, nipping it in the bud, and making sure that our people are safe in every part of Yorubaland without any condition. No peace. There is no peace condition, no peace deal with all these terrorists that will have to do with us agreeing to any peace. No. They will agree with the conditions of the people they are meeting there. And if they are not agreeing to that condition, they will go. And for now, people are not even interested in discussing anymore. So government should be interested in getting rid of the criminals. There is no negotiation. But the guy is trying to tell us that we are not to blame. We shouldn't blah, 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 blah. But they play dumb, deaf, blind. For years, people were killed. There were victims. There were names. For some of you who are just reading about Sunday Igboho, Hey, Sunday Igboho, you know what, you're having opinion about him. Some of you are just hearing about him. No, this did not start today. Even if today is getting all the media attraction, the media attention, which is very good, right? But he's been doing it. See, he's been doing it with other people. He's never alone. And that is why when they asked Professor Wole Soyinka about Sunday Igboho and the eviction notice, he categorically said he did what he has to do. I mean, what he had to do, because the people responsible for this same, job of protecting everybody, they have looked away. They are more culpable. They are now covering up for the terrorists. So whether you want to say it's, the way he said it is wrong, whether you want to say the action is not timely, blah, 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 you want to say somebody had to act and Sunday Igboho acted, but it didn't start today. I'm going to take you back to a 2020 video where Sunday Igboho, with other patriotic Yoruba, Yoruba warriors, soldiers who are ready to protect Yoruba, who have been protecting Yorubaland to the best of their own capacity, all by themselves, until now that we are now ready to send hand of support, fellowship, support to them for all those people. And I'll tell you why. If you have donated towards buying any logistic buses and all of that for these people, though we tag the fundraiser for Sunday Igboho, but it is not about Sunday Igboho. I will show you why. He's been doing it, spending his own money. People have been spending their money, encouraging themselves to keep pushing back all these criminals because government won't do anything. So 2020, last year, Oloye Sunday Igboho led these patriotic Yorubas into the forest of Kishi, the same place in Oyo State. Kishi, watch this. I will interpret afterward, but follow it.
Gbọ́dọ̀ mi bí méjì mélòó lẹ fẹ́ bá àwọn ọmọ Yorùbá sọ. Pàápàá jùlọ ohun tí ẹ kò láti aago 5 ìrọ̀lẹ́ àná títí di wákàtí.
Ìjọ tí mo fẹ́ bá àwọn ọmọ Yorùbá sọ ní pé á láti ṣe ara wa lọ́kàn. Káwọn jẹ́ káwọn Fulani ẹ̀sìn kan tó kọfà gbogbo ilẹ̀ bàbá lọ́wọ́ wa. Ọ̀nà láti dúpẹ́ lọ́wọ́ àwọn fìgìláńtì Kishi, ìyẹn ká dúpẹ́ lọ́wọ́ Nàìjíríà mi gidigidi gan. Ìwọ́sí oríṣi láti di ọjọ́ tó ti wà ń bí tán ti ṣiṣẹ́. Bàbá náà láti fọwọ́ kún wọn. Látọ̀gbà náà láti wà ń bí àrí tó kò ní sí rárá. À ń láti dúpẹ́ gidigidi lọ́wọ́ Nàìjíríà mi. So fún ìrànlọ́wọ́ tó ń ṣe fáwọn fìgìláńtì wa ní Kishi láti gbà wálẹ̀ lọ́wọ́ àwọn Fulani ẹ̀sìn tó ń stop àwọn bàbá tó ń rí ìpòrò tó ń kidnap wọn lù wá. So àdẹ̀gbọ́n láti yin àwọn fìgìláńtì Kishi gidigidi pẹ̀lú gidigidi rẹ́kọ̀dù local government pẹ̀lú gidigidi ìyá mẹ́fà. Àdúpẹ́ lọ́wọ́ alága wa local government wa. So káde dúpẹ́ lọ́wọ́ gómìnà Oyo State ìgbìnà ló ṣe Makinde fún support àwọn ẹ̀rọ support àwọn fìgìláńtì wa ní ìrẹ́kọ̀dù láti láṣeyọrí láti lè lé gbogbo àwọn Fulani ẹ̀sìn tó ń ìrẹ́pọ̀ àwọn Fulani ìrẹ́pọ̀ tó ń ṣe jàǹbá fáwọn èèyàn yìí. A ní láti dúpẹ́ gidi pé mo fẹ́ kí gbogbo ọmọ lẹ́yìn pátápátá káàrò jèrè káyìn àwọn fìgìláńtì ìrẹ́pọ̀ tó gan ni o wọ́n sì ṣe ìrẹ́pọ̀ ká dúpẹ́ lọ́wọ́ wọn gidigidi kádẹ kí kábíyèsí wa ìbá Kishi ó sọpọ́tì tiwọn náà lórí àṣeyọrí iṣẹ́ ribiribi táwọn fìgìláńtì ìrẹ́pọ̀ ṣe lórí àwọn Fulani ẹ̀sìn yìí torí pé náà bá débẹ̀ ló mọ̀ àwọn tá a wọnú gbòǹdì la mọ iṣẹ́ tí àmọ́ ti ń ṣẹlẹ̀ ń bí agbọ́dọ̀ yìn wọ́n ká yìn wọ́n ká dẹ̀ gbósùbà fún wọn láti lè jẹ́ pé kí orí Yorùbá ní pé kúṣẹ́ òun ní móríyá kúṣẹ́ ní móríyá o gbogbo àwọn ọmọ Yorùbá ẹ̀yà ṣe ra lọ́kàn o ẹ má jẹ́ káwọn Fulani ẹ̀sìn yìí kan gbẹ̀rẹ̀ bàbá lọ́wọ́ o this is our land ilẹ̀ bàbá lélẹ̀ náà tẹ̀yẹ́ ká jókòó ká mọ̀ sọ pé kí ni ẹ̀sìnkẹ́nìkan wá dé láti ibìkan kó wá máa tó àyè pé ìlú wọn náà ti ń ṣe kọ̀ọ̀kan wa bọ̀ nílẹ̀ bàbá wa lórí ilẹ̀ bàbá wa nífàyè gbárù ẹ̀ rárá kò sí tọ́jọ́ á ń láti jáde kí gbogbo jígìrì ká gbọ́ wọnú gbó tira wa ká mọ́ fàyè rú ẹ̀ lẹ̀ so adúpẹ́ lọ́wọ́ ẹ̀yin fìgìláńtì rẹ́pọ̀ tó gidigidi gan Ọlọ́run ní pé kí ojú tì yín nígbà tí oṣù yẹn bá jiná tọ́lọ̀ bá ṣe tí gbogbo nǹkan bá rí fàṣẹ kó rí kẹ́ dáfẹ́ kó rí òun ní wá ẹnì kankan wá ti adẹ̀dúpẹ́ lọ́wọ́ àwọn Nàìjíríà mi wa tí wọ́n fẹ̀mí ara wọn lẹ̀ torí láti wá kojú Fúlàní tí ń gbé bọ́ burúkú lọ́wọ́ kò rí sí o aláti dúpẹ́ lọ́wọ́ àwọn àmì Nàìjíríà mi náà dáadáa káyìn wọn tí wọ́n tẹ̀lé wa tí wọ́n dẹ̀ ṣiṣẹ́ àwọn náà ṣiṣẹ́ but gbogbo nǹkan láyé tọ́lọ́run ni because ẹ̀yin tẹ fẹ̀mí ìbọn tẹ̀yin gbé lọ́wọ́ tí wọ́n tọ́ lọ́ bá gbà fún pẹ̀lú ìbọn táwọn Fúlàní yẹn gbé bí wọ́n bóun náà lájọ rí yẹn kó tán gbé lọ́wọ́ yẹn so easy ni aláti kọ́lọ́mọ́jẹ́mi yóò bọ́ báyìí kọ́lọ́mọ́jẹ́mi yóò gùn ẹni ẹlẹ́ni ò ní jẹsẹ́ yín ẹni ẹlẹ́ni kò ní jẹsẹ́ yín iṣẹ́ tẹ̀ ẹsẹ̀ yín lẹ́jẹ̀ iṣẹ́ tẹ̀ ẹsẹ̀ yín lẹ́jẹ̀ adúpẹ́ lọ́wọ́ yín gan o adúpẹ́ o torí pé tí ọba sẹ́yìn ohun táwọn wí kọ́lá máa wí ojú títí Yorùbá ń bí báyìí náà tí ìbáyìí kọ́lọ́ ń gbèrú yín dìde tẹ́lẹ̀ àjẹpẹ́ gbó lọ́wọ́ ẹnìkankan láì gbà nǹkan lọ́wọ́ ẹnìkankan èmi náà tí mo dé ra tí mo wá mi gbà kọ́bọ̀ lọ ẹnìkankan ò lè jáde kó lóun fún mi lówó àbóun fún mi tẹ́ ń kọ́bọ̀ mo wo pé mo fẹ́ ní ara mi lẹ́fọ́ ọmọ Yorùbá ni ojú ògbódò tí Yorùbá bẹ́ẹ̀ ni ẹ sì fẹ̀mí ara lẹ̀ tẹ́ fi tọ́lọ̀ fi lòyún láti kápá àwọn Fúlàní wọn ìbúrúkú wọn tọ́lọ̀ ní jójó tì í ẹlẹ́ni ọ̀dẹ̀ tó ní jẹsẹ̀ ilẹ̀ kan sí iṣẹ́ tẹ̀ ẹsẹ̀ ilẹ̀ jẹ́ ẹ mo dúpẹ́ lọ bàbá kọ̀mándà wa ẹ ní jábọ́ láíláí ẹ kó wa jẹ pẹ́pẹ́pẹ́pẹ́ bàbá wa Amúkòkò ẹ kó wa jẹ pẹ́pẹ́pẹ́ láti Ọlọ́run ẹ ní jábọ́ ẹ ní kú fún wa báyìí torí pé tí agbọ́dọ̀ lẹ́nìkan tí ó já síwájú tí ó mọ darí wa ẹ̀ á láti dúpẹ́ lọ́wọ́ yín torí pé ẹ̀yin ni adarí wa ní rẹ́kọ̀dù ń bí ẹ̀yin lọ́lọ́run lò tí ẹ̀yin kan rí báyìí sọ̀rọ̀ láti kápá àwọn Fúlàní wọ̀nyí ẹ̀yin ní kú máa lójú nígbà tí ṣe bá jiná ẹnìkan kò ní wá yín tì pẹ̀lú ògo Ọlọ́run mo mọ̀ pé ìtẹ́sẹ̀ yìí o gómìnà ìpínlẹ̀ Ọ̀yọ́ inú ẹ̀ dùn torí pé orí ẹ̀ dẹ̀ yá orí gọ́vnà Seyi Makinde inú ẹ̀ dùn ọlọ́mọdé mi rè ọbọ̀ báyìí Ọlọ́run jẹ́ kó àjẹpẹ́ mọ́dẹ́mọ́ pẹ́ láìpẹ́ láì jìnnà yóò rán ẹni sí yín gómìnà ọ̀ràn ẹni sí yín tí ó dúpẹ́ tí ó ṣe dànsákì ọmọba lágbára Ọlọ́run ẹni ẹlẹ́nu wa ní jẹsẹ́ yín gbogbo àti ọba arán ẹni sí yín ẹnìkan ti kúnnu wa láti Ọlọ́run èyí tẹ́ sí arẹ́fọ̀ ara ìgbàsẹ́ yín lágbára Ọlọ́run olùpẹ́ adúpẹ́ lọ́wọ́ tiẹ̀ náà olùpẹ́ adúpẹ́ lọ́wọ́ ẹ̀ Sunday rúmọlẹ̀ ojú òní tí ọ láéláé Sunday to Sunday ìfàlà.
Sorry for that again to my friends who are not who are non-Yoruba speakers. Okay, so it was just a clip after after an overnight raid in the forest with the vigilantes mixed with the Nigerian soldiers, Sunday Igboho and his team, some vigilantes from Irekolodo in Kishi area. That was last year. It was around early September 2020, right? It was when it was actually the second time that it was going to go on that similar tour where they would go overnight and they were engaged. They were engaging them in shootout. Some of those terrorists were killed in those operations, but I won't share that video. You know what I mean? For graphic, because they are graphic. So it's there, thanking everyone who played a part and encouraging them that they should continue. That even though, if not because of the Yoruba, our own Yoruba special power, the guns these men were holding could not be compared to the guns in the hands of the Fulani terrorists. But somehow they managed to push them back. So it was the continuation of that led to the Igangan story. And it was, that first video you listened to, that Baba, who was sharing the stories of different peoples who have been victims of this terrorists in Yorubaland. Yeah, I have another clip, which is from the people of Igangan area after Sunday Igboho visited. But I'm going to share a tiny clip as well of when Sunday Igboho got to Igangan. It is a refresher, just to let you know that even when government pretended to underplay the situation for so long, and they used their media to suppress the news for so long, it has become unmanageable for them anymore. And that is why we are having all this worldwide support for every young Yoruba son and daughter who is ready to stand up and defend the land where they are birthed. So I'll share that clip with you. And I'll share the story to back up the story of the Babala J. Balogun of Igangan that you listened to earlier, the women who were victims of rape in the hands of the Fulani terrorists. This was it when Sunday Igboho visited the Seriki after the reporting.
wọ́n tún ní kọ́ lọ gbé ránṣọ́ wa sọ èkó níbẹ̀ lórí ilẹ̀ bàbá wa lè wà. kọ́ èkó níbẹ̀ sí kí ló wà fà tẹ́mi ẹnu yóò káwọn Fúlàní tẹ̀ ń kó káàkiri àtàwọn ọ̀rọ̀ ní ọ̀dọ̀ wa ní òdodo ọ̀rọ̀ ló fẹ́ sọ fún un. ẹ gbà pé wẹ́ẹ̀ máa gbé
ẹ̀yin ọmọ Yorùbá ṣe ti rí pé ti sùn ṣe rí pé sùn ìbọn tí aláyé mi gbà lọ́wọ́ pé ó fẹ́ bá Sẹ́ríkì wọn sọ̀rọ̀ lára àwọn ọmọ Sẹ́ríkì wọn lọ gbébọn jáde.
ṣé Yorùbá bọ̀ wọ́n ní kọ́bẹ̀sùn fapórọrí ìwà ọmọ ní mọ́mọ́ dòkígbẹ́. nígbà tí Sunday Igboho rí i pé òun dé ọ̀dọ̀ àwọn Sẹ́ríkì Fúlàní yìí tó sì rí bí àwọn ọmọlẹ́yìn rẹ̀ ṣe ń ṣe tó rí i pé wọn ò rẹ́dì rárá láti sóbà fún tí wọ́n ṣe láti ẹ̀ ti kábàámọ̀ tí wọ́n ṣe yìí. ṣé bẹ́ẹ̀ gbọ́n tí Sunday Igboho sọ wọ́n pa.
So when he got there to speak to their leader, at least to confirm if the stories of the of people of Igangan that the prince of Igangan was kidnapped, they paid 4 million naira for his ransom before they could release it, before they released him. Other people have been sending ransom through that same route, paying 10 million, 15 million. So Sunday Igboho was there to ask their leader, come, is it that you don't have control over the people around here, or what happened? That these people are committing this crime in this, in this area, and you have been unable to identify them, apprehend them, and support the villagers to get them arrested in any way. Well, I'm going to come back here in a week. And if you don't produce these guys, then you have to leave this area for the peace of the people in this area. It was the condition. You know the whole story. Afterward, this was how the women reacted when they were asking for help.
Ibo la wà yìí gangan.
Màyá ni wọ́n pè bí Màyá ni wọ́n pè bí Màyá ni bí. Tí wọ́n dá dúró wọn jẹ́jẹ́ wọn. Káwọn Àbàràpá náà dá dúró, káwọn Haúsá náà dá dúró, káwọn táwọn anájà náà dídó ti pọ̀ jù. Wọ́n á gbowó àwọn àbòrò, wọ́n á dó wọn. Lójú ọ̀nà bí wọ́n yẹn lọ yà lè rí bí kọjá. Wọ́n fi wà lọ́rùn lẹ̀. Wọ́n wá bí gbà. Wọ́n wá bí gbà. Wọ́n wá bí gbà. Wọ́n wá bí gbà. Bá wà lù wà lè rí. Bẹ́ẹ̀ni bá wà lè jà téèyàn wá sọ̀rọ̀ ajé.
They were talking about being raped. They were traders. They were in another part of Ibarapa area. Is about rape. This is what Professor Wole Soyinka first said in January.
And the cattle raiders have been given a sense of impunity. They kill without any compunction. The dry farmers also were contributing to the food solution of the country. They drive them away, burn their crops, eat their crops, and then you come with Ruga. I think there's going to be trouble in this country if this cattle rearing issue is not handled imaginatively and with humanity as the priority. There cannot be any kind of society where cattle take priority over human beings. It is as elementary as that.
There cannot be any country where cows has more priority than human being. That is going to be a problem, right? Now, after Sunday Igboho's reaction, the one that is making the rounds now for the support from the, Professor Wole Soyinka, just like every other person in Yorubaland, you know why people had to support Sunday Igboho? Yeah, even those who believe that things should be done, properly. If things should be done properly, normally the government, right, they will have the internal police going after all these terrorists. And if they have more sophisticated weapons than the police, you will send a special police, like anti-robbery squad or anti-terrorism squad. Military won't even get involved. And you will root them out of your territory, arrest them, and get them, all those arrested, prosecuted. And when you do that, right, you will send a signal to any other foreign terrorist, strolling into your country. But that is not the situation, right? When you ask for your president, he's nowhere to be found. It's only the presidency that talks to you. So even if you want to reason like a normal person, right? Even if you want to try to say, okay, you are educated, you are educated, let us do things rightly, like all of you will speak grammar and all of that. But even with your grammar, what do you think should have been done? Should it have been people helping themselves, or you praying to God for terrorists to go away, or God to touch the heart of your leaders to know how to defend you, even though they are bragging about defending the country, keeping Nigeria together. Keeping Nigeria one is a task that must be done. Mad people. But they are unable to do that. Police can't protect you. Military can't protect you. Even the military that should be the last resort, they can't protect you. They will even rather kill you and cover it up. So what do you expect? Do you think your grammar, your diplomacy, your what have you, is something we still have to wait for while we continue to read the news of our, butchered, killed, raped women? So when we're talking about raping women, children, is it not somebody who is completely mentally deranged? I don't even think it has to be somebody completely mentally deranged that will rape an 80-year-old woman. Is that no madness, complete madness? People that shouldn't in any way be living among human beings. If you will rape 6 young people, will rape 80-year-old woman, 85-year-old woman, 75-year-old woman. Those are animals that shouldn't be free. I mean, genuinely, for the crime they committed. Then they went on to kidnap people to collect money, ransom here and there, and the Central Bank of Nigeria is yet to be able to successfully trace any single ransom payment to kidnappers anywhere in Nigeria among these bandits and Fulani terrorists. The government is ready to defend them. They are actually defending them every now and then. They are funding them. Some of the guns you will see in the hand of all these killers, they are federal government guns. Yes, I say it. And this is what Professor Wole Soyinka said. Listen.
Very different from defiant, arrogant language which they were using when Benue. It was a totally unconscionable language after people had been killed.
Okay, so let's talk about Sunday Igboho, a Yoruba activist that has also taken a stand. He has been in the news in the last couple of days, in the past few weeks. Some are criticizing his stand. Some are saying that he's going overboard. You talk about excesses and all that. Have you met him? What do you think about his actions and how he's carrying on?
No, we've never met. And incidentally, I hope people will always report things properly. I saw a byline on one of these media online reports. Wole Soyinka calls Igboho a hero or something. I never did any sort of thing. But Sunday Igboho has responded to a situation in the way he knew how. Now you will see that he's trying to work with others. This is the way these things really happen. Somebody one day he reaches explosion point and he says, I cannot take this any longer, and it takes unilateral action. You cannot, the action may be excessive, it may be wrong-headed. What matters is that somebody has responded to an unacceptable situation. Any errors which he makes is for the rest of us to correct by calling him, and I know that a number of people are doing that.
He has responded to unacceptable situation. It is unacceptable for Fulani to come down to Yorubaland and demand for land, and also demand for our life, and also demand for tax from us to stay alive by kidnapping us, tying people to trees, beating them and torturing them, blindfolding them, beating them until probably they pass out or die. And when they do, and they're forcing their families to pay ransoms for their freedom, on and on, things that they get away with. These are unacceptable. The government should know that they are unacceptable. They shouldn't be walking free anywhere. The government should be doing a man-hunt for them, right? And the whole country should be hunting down for all these terrorists in every part of Yorubaland right now. If indeed the government is not in support of them, but you know the truth, the government is in support of them. The government is warning everybody. The government is threatening everybody. Watch your mouth. Be careful. Watch your mouth. Or else, you know what I mean? Threatening all of us. If you say this, that's what will happen to you. This is what will happen to you and all of that. And they are doing it, shooting and killing us everywhere or every opportunity they have. Somebody needs to respond. And we have responded in that manner. So And it is a good thing, I have to say. It is a good thing that Yorubas are coming together to some extent too. Because you know what they usually do is that they would have used their media. You said that their media in Yoruba, they would have used that media to completely destroy and shatter this whole thing. If the people are not responding and capturing them back, you know, fire for fire. Whenever they bring up all this, you know, all these useless stories or distraction, oh, why did Sunday Igboho say that? He shouldn't have said that. Well, Professor Wole Soyinka is also on his side. And he said, yeah, fine, he's responded, but now we can see him trying to work with other people. Because he knows that it's about Yorubaland. He's not interested in working with other people. People are interested in working with him. As long as it is about the securing and the protection of Yorubaland, because nobody is seeing anybody in Aso Rock anymore. It is so unfortunate that Ooni of Ife, Arole Odua, continue to tell us that he met Buhari. I don't know which Buhari Ooni met, but let us be honest, okay? If the president, the Buhari that Ooni of Ife met in Abuja, if he was to be a responsible person, by now, you should have begun to see, you know, the influx of the police, the different kind of security, and even the helicopters hovering around the whole entire area of Ile-Ife, Oyo State, where Chinese and some other Fulani terrorists are currently, and their Yoruba collaborators, by the way, are currently illegally mining gold in Oyo State, right? Kidnapping and killing people there too. Same thing they are doing in Okeogun, Ibarapa, Igboho, Ayete, and all those areas, yeah? So by now, to show that our own Ooni of Ife is still a very powerful Ooni of Ife, Adimula Oudua. It's been almost a week now since he traveled to Abuja. I'm glad that he too has finally somehow he's agreed that we have to do it our way. We will not wait for Buhari. It's been almost a week. Where is the Buhari that Ooni met in Abuja and told about people being killed? Ooni said he met with Buhari and he spoke truth to power. He told Buhari point blank that it's unacceptable for Fulani to be killing our people. And that's, I believe him. Abi, we not believe him. It's been almost a week now. Can Ooni of Ife tell us what Buhari is doing about it so far? Rather, Ooni of Ife is telling us that the only plan Buhari have for Yorubaland is to deal with Sunday Igboho. Tomorrow is Monday now. The news we are hearing that they are going to, they're going to freeze his account. We will confirm that tomorrow, or we will confirm it this week, if they do that or not. I'm glad that Yorubas are finding their ways. Those that are not talking. Some of you are asking for Tifnumbu. Where is Tifnumbu? Where is Tifnumbu? Stop asking. He's around. Okay? He's in Lagos. And in fact, for you to know that it's not really, let me put it this way, for you to know that him not saying anything at all is just his own way of remaining deaf, dumb, and blind. Right? Like see no evil, say no evil, and just keep quiet and watch your people killed. He is already living in the future, by the way. This was yesterday. And yesterday was 6th of, what was yesterday's date? 6th of February. Abi? Atonda Ogunlere, or Ogundele, or Ogunlere, God knows his name, right? AKA Bola Tinubu. Yesterday was 6th of February. But if you look at his own membership, APC card, membership, you will see the date there. It is 9th of February. Fraudsters, progressives. He is there, quiet. So if you are looking for him, asking for him, where is Tifnumbu? Where is Tifnumbu? He is in Lagos. He dare not say anything. Okay? The next thing you are going to witness is that they are going to invite him to Abuja. He's going to go and take pictures with Bokwari. After taking pictures with Bokwari, he will then come back and spit trash. Blame Yorubas, blame everybody who has been talking, tell you that Yorubas are this, give you this whole thing, and it is hallelujah, boys. See, today is 7th. Check the date on this membership card. That is 9. And yesterday was Saturday, 6. That was when he did it to fraudulent criminals. But fine. I'm just trying to tell you that it's fine. Atonda is fine. Okay. The Asiwaju Awole of Lagos is fine. So for those who are asking, and he's still pretty much, Asiwaju of APC too, Asiwaju of one jihadist, Asiwaju of one kidnappers. So he's alive. He's just there. He's blind, deaf, dumb for a reason, because they told him, you want to be president or not? Just let us do what we want. And even if we have to kill Yorubas. So let that sink in, okay? And this guy, remember... The Hallelujah Boys. That is the chief director of the Hallelujah, Tifnumbu Hallelujah Boys. By this time in December 2021, he would have finalized the beats, the lyrics, the music is going to release to deceive other gullible Yorubas about 2023. The one that they are holding, Aboki. What happened is that Fulani is holding a carrot and he's holding AK-47, and he's also holding a very big bamboo, solid, pipe. And he's now telling Tifnumbu and his Hallelujah Boys, oh yeah, come and have it. Presidency, come and have it. Oh yeah, dance naked. That's what they are doing to them, these dumbos who want to drag Yorubas into another mess again. The mess they dragged Yorubas into is the mess Yoruba is still dealing with. The consequences of that in 2015 is what we are dealing with today. That is why we have even though APC, Egbekegbe, they promised Yorubas state police, they promised Yorubas true federalism, they promised Yorubas restructuring, they promised the entire Nigerians that because they are progressives, these guys are progressives. We call them the progressives. Progressives. They are only Asiwaju and Wole, Bewiri, 2015. Today, some of those who are shouting change, 4+4+4+4, like the 4 leprosy fingers, some of them are now in Canada, some of them are in the US, some of them are now in London, some of them are completely out of Nigeria. But you see the Buhari Danes, the Buhari Dideris, the Buhari Denotus, the Buhari Dijatus, the Hallelujah Boys, the Hallelujah Boys in Nigeria, the Lagos Abobakus, the Oshogu Alimajiris, the humbled slaves, the obedient fools, the sophisticated morons. They stayed back. There are those ones saying, this is the change I voted for. You voted for a change of becoming an unemployed person. They told you that the technology would be the focus of their government because fake Pastor Ruga, a Yoruba man, is so smart, former Attorney General of Lagos State, Commissioner of Justice. Abi, they were so smart that they turned Lagos State to the mega slum that some of you, God help you, right? They turned Lagos State to mega slum and they called it a mega city. And then they want to turn Nigeria to mega slum too. But Bokwari beat them to it. Bokwari just turned Nigeria to Somalia for everybody. Here we are. The Tifnumbu who did that in 2015 is now blind, deaf, dumb to the problems and the consequences of what they signed up to. They told you will get technology. Hey, technology. APC technology will be blah, 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 APC. Today, if you carry laptop in Nigeria, police will shoot you and kill you. You are a Yahoo boy. It doesn't matter what you are doing, legitimately. You are automatically one. They will kill you under APC. That's after 4 or 5 years. Abi? Now they are gathering things. They are going to begin to put things together Kwam1 will put every lyrics together, and the Hallelujah Boys. And even those who even ran away from Nigeria, some of them ran away from Nigeria. They left Nigeria. Nigeria did not leave them. When they got out of Nigeria, after causing the wahala, the calamity called Bokuari, that all of them are suffering from right now. After causing the wahala, they ran away to London, to America, to everywhere. When they got there, they still didn't learn their lesson. They continued to speak back to their Hallelujah Boys in Nigeria, the Facebook bandits, the social media adsmen, okay? They continue to reach out to them. Don't worry, your change is coming. Your change is on the way, believe. So they left Nigeria, but Nigeria did not leave them. But some of them became smarter. So some of them became Bele lecturers. Now they are now motivational speakers. They are now those who now talk about inspiration, aspire to acquire, to maguire, and to require. You know what I mean? Aspire to perspire, to maguire, to acquire, and on like that. Motivational speakers. Some of them are now sitting in America doing the videos like myself. It's just that my own video is just batching them, unfortunately. Right? But they are now doing video, motivational video. Listen, God can change your life from yesterday. He can just change your life and move you to next level because God is so good. Look, you know what I mean? In Buhari's Nigeria, where everybody is turning to, please help me, up and down. But they are now patriotic Nigerians from abroad. After giving you change, which is the Bokuari, they said they will give you 1 meal a day for school children. Some of you did not know that what they were promising you there was you will be blessing God if you are able to afford the 1 square meal a day. That means 010. You know what I mean? Well, I grew up poor. So for those of us who grew up poor, we understand what 101 means, or 011, or 010, or 001. We're talking about our square meals. So when you have 010, it means that there's no breakfast. So you just have what is called a brunch. So brunch, you mix your breakfast, lunch, and dinner together. So it will just be like a brunch. That will be what you eat today. And you have to time it so that when you want to go to bed, you have to time it because you're not going to have any breakfast. Some of us lived through that many times. Do you understand that now? So when APC said, we are going to give 1 meal a day, they were talking about school children. Okay? But some of you did not get the message. The message was some of you will have to end up struggling for 1 meal a day. And that has happened. As we speak, there are many people who are living through that right now. Worse off. And the record is there to show for it. So they lied all true and true. The consequences of that is what you have today. More unemployment, more crime, kidnapping, killing. And then when the government of your country is culpable and they are like shielding criminals, then you are completely messed up. And then here we are. For those who want to continue to politicize it, you have fake Pastor Ruga, Igene Shatabandu. You have this guy, Yoisale Barack Obama, Albert Einstein, what's that called again? I mean, Fashola. You have this Yoisale Barack Obama, Tunde Fashola. You have many of these clowns. Aregbe Mugbo from Oshogbo, somebody who ran a whole state aground. They were the progressives, so these were the people who were telling Yorubas, we have a deal with APC, we change your life in 2015. Aregbe Mugbo who came from Oshun is somebody. I have never seen a lunatic like Aregbe Mugbo. He was a commissioner for works under Tifnumbu, a former refrigerator repairer in Lagos West back then. So he became commissioner, he became a works commissioner for Tifnumbu for 8 years. So they decided to diversify and get boys to go and become ajeles in Yorubaland. expand their political reach and all of that. That was how Aregbe Mugbo became their governor in Osun. They bought the court, paid huge bribe for so many of those court cases that they declared themselves as winner back then. That we know how they compensated all the judges. How Tifnubu compensated all the judges who gave judgment to all their court cases, which prompted them to have many states in Yorubaland, even outside Yorubaland at the time. That was how Aregbe Mugbo became their governor, changed the whole orientation of Osun people, forced them to, he actually did so bad things to them in Osun, forced them to accept that poverty is normal, it's okay. Like, imagine a whole state agreeing with a criminal who borrowed and borrowed and borrowed and borrowed, led them to complete disaster, that it got to a stage, the total balance in the account of Osun State government was 350 naira. That's funny, Abi. Well, it's not funny. It's just to tell you that Osun State was so broke that, federal allocation for several months were not given to Osun State anymore. It's like, just leave the 300 naira there so that it won't be like a total at all in bad. Aregbe Shola, progressive, who was supposed to work on the progress and prosperity of Yoruba people. He was going about calling himself Oromiyan, DGBT, Oni-GBTs, bunch of fraudsters, working with Tifnubu, Asiwaju Awole in 2015. So what happened? Aregbe Mugbo bankrupted the whole state, right? And forced the workers to start collecting half salary. I mean, like, people actually agreed. First, he was unable to pay them. Then after, he now looked at, okay, level 1 to level 2 to level, you know what I mean? Level this to level that, you'll be collecting half salary. If you are at this level, you will collect half salary. If you are at this level, if you are collecting 7,500 naira salary, you will collect your full salary. But if you are collecting this 50,000, you will collect half. And people agreed. They couldn't protest. Every year, he will bring them out. He will dress them in one uniform. You will see thousands of them, workers, unpaid workers, suffering and smiling workers. They will queue. And he will be there wearing paint. Sometimes he will wear uniform, dramatizing. For 8 years, he destroyed them. It got to a point that this progressive, so in the same Osun State, he brought something, he called it Onobaba Ono, Bongon Ono, Bongon Onobaba Ono. And we were like, aye. Now, so Aregbe Shola actually treated Osun people like they are so local. Aregbe Shola, coming from Lagos, treated Osun people for 8 years as completely local people. So he was building Ono, he called it Onobaba Ono. And when they say, have you been to Onobaba Ono in Osun? Then they brought something, they call it Okpoimo. Okpoimo means tablet. You know what I mean now? Tablet, this same tablet that you can give to children. Tablet. Do you know who he gave the contract to? His own son, Kabiru. Kabiru was the one to go and develop the app for the Ministry of Education in Osun State. The same material that Osun State Ministry of Education will have to use, it was Kabiru. Kabiru was living large. You know, well, Kabiru is lucky. He's in Abuja right now, living his life. What's in concern now? Same way with Tifnubu's children, except for our brothers and sisters who are the Lagos Abobakus, the Oshogu, and the Majiris. Do you now see where I got those names from? When you see Lagos Abobakus, those are the all-risers, the crumb eaters, the crumb chasers, the ass lickers. Baba, oh yeah, you know, one person, one band like 1 million. There's no way one person will be like 1 million. Now, because of what you want chop, they make you think, say, because of 1,000 naira, one man will become 1 million. You will see a man, you will see a single man, and all of a sudden, that single man is going to be worth 1 million people because he gave you 1,000 naira or he gave you 5,000 naira. That is the generation of youth they are breeding in Yorubaland. And the MC Oluomo, who happened to be the APC Shekau for Southwest. Let me tell you something. Because these guys are fraud, right? They are fraud, and whatever agenda they are going to push, we have social media, we have bigger platforms that will challenge them. Trust me, we will actually, you know, we'll give them a ride. Like, we'll give them a real contest for their money. Like, we will let them see. Well, you will see it. Don't worry. This year, next year, God spare our lives. longer than, we can ever imagine. 2, we know the propaganda and we open book for them. Okay? So the same Aregbe Mugbo and the rest of them who lied to the Yoruba people, they are keeping quiet right now. They are looking at all of us, waiting until they will come back and say, Yoruba Ronu, Yoruba Ronu, Yoruba Ronu what? That you will turn, you have your own turn in Abuja, and to have your own turn in Abuja, Yorubas must sacrifice our own people to let you have that your presidency, as they have done. They've never had the interest of Yoruba at heart. But yeah, they have the money. Check it out now. They have the money, and they tend to have a skilled, rigged system in their favor. So it might actually be a win-win situation for them. But come on, we'll give them a right for their money, I'll say. Do you get that now? When they start telling you Yoruba Ronu, you should ask yourself that where were they when the people of Igboho were being killed? When the people of, and they are so good in their machination, in their manipulation, but they will meet us there. There's no biggie. They will meet us there. Because one of those things they will tell you is that if Yoruba lose this opportunity, there's no opportunity for Yoruba to be president of anywhere. Okay? It is just a turn-by-turn business for them. All right? A Yoruba man is the minister of, your minister of darkness, potholes, and homelessness. That is your Esaleko Barack Obama Fashola. He said those who were unable to fix the power supply in Nigeria was because the power supply was being handled by, or electricity generation in Nigeria was being handled by Bantueyos. That is incompetent people. But for the first time in 30 years, under the Bantueyo, Isaleko about Einstein, Fashola, first time in 30 years, the entire Nigerian national grid. You know what is called national grid? That's like saying the main source of Nigerian power supply, all of them just shut down. How is that even possible? It's because you have a Megad as the president, and you have other fraudsters who are telling you of who they are not. Aregbesola ran a whole state aground, and he is walking about in Yorubaland, attending seminars, attending different symposiums, discussing Yoruba matter, discussing Yoruba issue. Meanwhile, millions of people under him for 8 years were rendered poorer. Go to that Oyo State right now. Maybe you'll see one or two or three of their politicians who are still enjoying free government money, bragging about driving nice cars because they have access to government money. Go and see real people there and see what the ordinary people there are going through. In the hand of the criminal, he changed the state to, instead of Oyo State, he changed it to state of Oyo. That didn't change, well, that actually changed the fortune and turned the fortune of the entire people of the state over, those are the progressives. Amosun, who also happened to be a progressive himself, Amosun in Ogun State. That one was looting us, like say, we actually gave him a name, Emperor. He was so confident, so powerful that he bought guns and this guy, he bought guns and buy guns. To the point that after sharing guns to all his boys, AK-47, and millions of live ammunition, when Amosu was leaving power, they still have to open somewhere a safe in government house because he didn't want his own successor, the person that is taking over from him, another APC member, because he didn't want him to take over, to see the guns. Amosu had to call the commissioner of police in Ogun State and say, "Come, I'm going to hand over power to new governor in 48 hours. Commissioner of police, I have a gift for you." Do you know what Amosu handed over? He handed over 1,000 AK-47. Imagine if we have 1,000 AK-47 in the hand of our Yoruba brothers and sisters who wanted to protect Yorubaland. Imagine what that would do in pushing back all the Fulani terrorists in Yorubaland. But he was buying guns. He wasn't buying guns to protect Yorubaland. He was buying guns to kill Yorubas, to kill Ogun State people who will oppose him. on imposing his own favorite son or favorite person as the next governor. And they actually fought the war to some extent, but will I say the Wala too much, almost lost. So he couldn't make his own person the next governor. And he didn't want the incoming governor to see the gun, even though that one is also APC member. Part of the gun, I mean, the part of the people killed with the guns bought by Amosu, APC governor, Yoruba governor, APC member, is now APC senator. Okay? Part of the gun that they shared to thugs in Ogun State for politics killed many other APC members too during the campaign. So he didn't want him to meet the gun, so he just called the commissioner of police. Come, I have gift for you. 1,000 AK-47. A governor of a state in Yorubaland. Now imagine if Yoruba governors are interested in protecting Yorubaland. Imagine what they can do in acquiring enough ammunition and weapon to protect Yorubaland. Even because they know all these agendas of all these Fulani terrorists. They know. They meet them. They are just like, okay, as long as my own feeding bottle is not tampered with. Do you get that now? As long as my own feeding bottle is not tampered with, it's none of my business. Let me protect my own political interest. They were buying guns. They were buying guns for the next election. They were not buying the gun to protect the people that will vote for them in the next election. They are not interested in you, whether you are alive or not. Okay? They are more interested in you when the election is when the election is around, so that you can help them validate the election looting and all of that. In Yorubaland, Ibikunle Amosun is a senator now in Abuja. And then you can go on and on and on and on like that. It's because they are not interested in Yorubaland. And they are more interested in anything that will protect them. But wait. By this time, in 2022, I'm talking about February 2022. The picture of whether Nigeria is going to even have any 2023 or not, you will begin to see that clearly. Okay? Then you see those who are going to tell you today that Yoruba Ronu, let us think about our people. Let us think about presidents. Let's think about nonsense they will tell you, all the rubbish they will tell you. Don't listen to any of them. Don't even entertain them. Listen. The way to rebuff them is when people send you such messages, yeah, just reply them like that. Like GMA send you messages. As a Yoruba man, if you receive any message asking you about 2023, Yoruba Rono, we need to have a Yoruba president because it's for our own good. If a Yoruba president comes, it will send Fulani away. All those things are rubbish. Just reply the person that to hell with you and your Yoruba Rono. We don't want 2023. We want Yorubas to be protected now, not after 2023. When you begin to reply them, you are going to be reducing the spread of some of the messages that are going to ask you to support killers. Those who are enabling our killers today, they are also our killers. Tifnumbu that chose not to do anything or say anything, he is also part of those who are killing Yorubas. All of them who are keeping quiet right now. See all of them right now. Have you heard from Fashola? Have you ever heard from all of these normal actors that always have one or two things to say whenever the election is coming? Abi, Fashola and co, and including all those PDP thieves as well. How many of them are you hearing from now? But just look out for that. When people will begin to tell you that Yoruba must runu, Yoruba must this and that, do not fall for it, please. Do not fall for it. Okay? It all starts from WhatsApp group. From WhatsApp. They will begin to share that onto Facebook. They will tell you, forward this to 10 people, forward this to 20 people on your group, forward this to this and that. When people forward you any message that you should support a Yoruba president, for Yoruba to be safe, because it's only a Yoruba president that will protect Yoruba after 2023, tell them to go to hell. They are working for Tifnumbu. And if you think they don't know how to get you emotionally attached to their campaign, wait for it. There are people, many of them, that will begin to work over time to convince you Link your emotion to it. When you receive any message asking you about 2023 for presidency in Yorubaland, whoever forwarded that to you, whoever sent that to you, right? Reply them that, to send the message you see me. Tell them that, for those who understand Yoruba, I know you understand what I'm saying. Tell them, send the message see me. The next time you send this message to me, if you say that to them, when next they say forward it to 10 people, forward it to 100 people, they won't forward it to you. Do you understand that now? Do that and don't ever join them in forwarding any messages that has to do with 2023 Yoruba president, Yoruba this. They are all doing it for Tifnumbu. And these are the people who are keeping quiet now, waiting for you to get killed. And those of you that will be alive should be alive. The same way Bokwari cannot protect the people of Daura, the people of Katsina, from kidnappers, from bandits, is the same way that a demented Tifnumbu, okay, will not be protecting you. It is just about their interest. It is just, if they can protect you, they should start doing it now. At least they have APC governors, don't they? So if they begin to forward you all these messages on WhatsApp, if you have time, reply them. Ogunlo mapai, to forward messages, see me. Follow my shit, to forward the messages, see me. I want to let you balu my party, to forward the messages, see me. When you reply them like that, they will know that they shouldn't message you anything about that nonsense, okay? Take that and understand this, know this, and you will know peace. So when they pull all the stunts, you will not be among those that will be hoodwinked, okay, or deceived using tribe, emotion, religion, and so many other things that they have been using for a while. The safety and protection of every Yoruba in Yorubaland should be the priority of everybody who is leading or who want to lead Yorubaland. This is not negotiable. It is unacceptable for us to be treated like a piece of animal in our own land. It is not negotiable. It is. And this is where I'm going to continue to ask all of us to continue to stand firm, support ourselves, give out every support you can give, reach out to everyone you know is doing their best to to continue to raise the awareness on this. We will continue to do the updates. There are so many other news in Nigeria that I could probably take you through tonight. I'm more interested in letting you know how this is important to all of us, okay? If Yorubaland is allowed to go into the hands of these terrorists, unchecked, and those who are speaking for us are allowed to be incarcerated or cut down by the power that be that continue to protect terrorists. If we allow that to happen, we are all going to pay for it. For those who agreed with Tifnumbu and Co. in 2015, that they were going to see a change, a better Yorubaland, a prosperous Yorubaland. 6 years after that, what have you now? What have you got now? It is going to get worse as long as you continue to agree with them. I don't want us to agree with them. I want us to believe that it is Yoruba first. If they love Yorubaland, they have the chance to prove it now. If they can't prove it now, don't let anybody promise you what they will do if they have another chance again. That's what they have been doing for 22 years. Before 2023, many of them are going to turn around because your Tifnumbu is not going to get anything from this whole charade, okay? They will play you, scam you, and dump you, and even kill you if you make any move. That's the plan. And Tifnumbu knows that, right? However, many of you who don't see to what we are saying now, when they finally jilt your Tifnumbu, when they finally play the Fulani card on your Tifnumbu, and your desperation takes a new turn, right? I will be here, Maiyegun General. I will be sitting down here and I will be analyzing how you arrive at that. Most of the time, I'm actually going to be reminding you that I've told you this years back. You will join Oduduwa Republic campaign. You will decide to join those who would defend and protect Yorubaland, because your Tifnumbu that you'll be doing the Hallelujah Boys for is about to go down the drain. I mean, it is about to become official. Then you will have to choose your true identity. Continue to be a slave or be a true son, a true born of Yorubaland. It's all up to you. Thank you so much, everyone, for your time tonight. I'm going to see you again later. If you are just joining me, remember, you can always go back on here on the broadcast and watch all over again. Okay. And if you really enjoyed this so far, remember, you can go on this, take off the chat. Okay. Take off that live chat as usual. Take it off and then give me a thumb up here. See that thumb here? Now click that. All of you that can do that before you go, okay? We have over 1,500 of us watching. Why not? Just go on there. I'm sorry, it's so bright. You can't see it. Well, I don't know if you can see it. So you'll see the thumb up there. Give that to me before you go. And thank you so much for joining me. For those who haven't already subscribed to Maiyegun's Diary, subscribe in order not to miss anything. I'm going to see you again when I see you. Stay safe and stay united. Think Yoruba first. Good night.
Àní ẹ̀sùn ràkì. Maiyegun ti dé. Maiyegun ti dé. Ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀sùn ràkì. Maiyegun ti dé. Àní ẹ̀sùn ràkì. Maiyegun ti dé. Lórí Facebook. Maiyegun ti dé. Àní ẹ̀sùn ràkì. Maiyegun ti dé. Lórí YouTube. Maiyegun ti dé. Àní ẹ̀sùn ràkì. Maiyegun ti dé. Bọ́ bàbá gbé wúrẹ́. Maiyegun máa wí. Àní ẹ̀sùn ràkì. Maiyegun ti dé. Ijó ìgbádìyẹ. Maiyegun máa wí. Àní ẹ̀sùn ràkì. Maiyegun ti dé. Presido bá rúfin o. Maiyegun máa wí. Àní ẹ̀sùn ràkì. Maiyegun ti dé. Kí gómìnà kówó jẹ. Maiyegun máa wí. Àní ẹ̀sùn ràkì. Maiyegun ti dé. Ọlọ́pàá tí ń gba rìbá. Maiyegun máa wí. Àní ẹ̀sùn ràkì. Maiyegun ti dé. Aṣòfin tí ń rúfin o. Maiyegun máa wí. Àní ẹ̀sùn ràkì. Maiyegun ti dé. Òkúra olóṣèlú. Maiyegun máa wí. Àní ẹ̀sùn ràkì. Maiyegun ti dé. Ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀sùn ràkì. Maiyegun ti dé. Àní ẹ̀sùn ràkì. Maiyegun ti dé. Maiyegun ti dé. Gbogbo ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀sùn ràkì. Maiyegun ti dé. Gbogbo ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀sùn ràkì. Ṣùgbọ́n ní bá ti ṣe èyí tó yẹ kí wọ́n ṣe, ọmọ bá dèrò ní fi wọ́n níran o. Maiyegun ti dé. Gbogbo ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀sùn ràkì. Maiyegun ti dé. Gbogbo ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀sùn ràkì. Ṣùgbọ́n ní bá ti ṣe èyí tó yẹ kí wọ́n ṣe, ọmọ bá dèrò ní fi wọ́n níran. Wọ́n fowó bẹ́ẹ̀ o. Maiyegun ó sọ pé wọ́n ò bẹ́ẹ̀. Wọ́n fowó bẹ́ẹ̀. Maiyegun ó sọ pé wọ́n ò bẹ́ẹ̀. Oníkan ṣáàtì ṣe èyí tó yẹ kí wọ́n ṣe fáwọn ará ìlú tó gbé wọn débẹ̀ o. Maiyegun ti dé. Gbogbo ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀sùn ràkì. Maiyegun ti dé. Gbogbo ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀sùn ràkì. Ṣùgbọ́n ní bá ti ṣe yìí tó yẹ kí wọ́n ṣe, ọmọ bá dẹ́rọ̀ ò ní fi wọ́n níran. Kì máa yí ṣe eré, ọ̀rọ̀ yìí kì í ṣe ẹ̀fẹ̀. Kì máa yí ṣe eré, ọ̀rọ̀ yìí kì í ṣe ẹ̀fẹ̀. Ẹni bá ti lè lẹ́bọ̀ lẹ́rù o, ọmọ bá dèrò kàṣàyè tú wọn síta. Maiyegun ti dé. Gbogbo ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀sùn ràkì. Maiyegun ti dé. Gbogbo ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀sùn ràkì. Ṣùgbọ́n ní bá ti ṣe yìí tó yẹ kí wọ́n ṣe, ọmọ bá dẹ́rọ̀ ò ní fi wọ́n níran. Tẹnitẹni ọmọ Maiyegun ọ̀rẹ́ ara ìlú mọ̀mọ́ ni mo fọlọ́run sọ ẹ̀ bá kìlẹ̀ bù. Lóòótọ́
olódodo ìlú ọ̀tá ìlú mọ̀mọ́ ni ìwọ ṣá máa ṣọ́ra kò sì mọ́ bẹ̀rù bọ́tà ń lé ibo níṣègùn lé káwọn mọ̀mọ́ fi ṣera wọn ni ó ti dẹrùn tí wọn ò gbọ́dọ̀ sì mọ́ bẹ̀. èèpo ọ̀bọ lọmọ bá dérò tàjẹ́ ò gbọ́dọ̀ jẹ́ ó ti jọba lórí àbínú ẹni kò sì mọ́ fòyà àìsíwọ́lu ní ẹnìkẹ́ ìgbódì ẹyin lábàrá o ó kó ẹni tó bá dán o àkàmù Maiyegun ti dé gbogbo ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀ tún ra kì Maiyegun ti dé gbogbo ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀ tún ra kì o ẹ̀yin bá ti ṣe èyí tó yẹ kí wọ́n ṣe ọmọ bá dèrò òní bí wọ́n níran o.
Maiyegun ti dé gbogbo ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀ tún ra kì Maiyegun ti dé gbogbo ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀ tún ra kì ṣùgbọ́n ní bá ti ṣe yìí tó yẹ kí wọ́n ṣe ọmọ bá dẹ́rọ̀ ò ní fi wọ́n níran.